Okay, off. Well, welcome to one of our training films, or For Amigos films. So we're the Four Amigos, Wendy, Gail, Dory, and gorgeous Georges, and we talk about dementia and living with it, and what people may be able to change in the way they relate to us, work with us, meet us, whatever. And today we're going to talk about general practice in particular, but we'll go all over the place, no doubt. Next topic, what else is there about general practice? What about when you're actually in the place?
Yeah.
What would you like? What do you like and what you don't like?
I like them to tell me where to sit, because we've got an upstairs and a downstairs.
Okay.
And most people have to sit downstairs and wait for their name to be called to go upstairs.
Right.
Well, I get fractious thinking, have I missed my name? In fact, everybody does.
You mean you break your bones?
Pardon?
You mean you break your bones when you hear your name called? Fractures?
No, George, no.
Behave, George.
Sorry, that was too abstruse.
Oh, goodness me, you've enjoyed the conference too much.
I wish they had a quiet area to wait.
Well, that's upstairs for us.
Well,
that's why
quiet, what do you mean by quiet?
Well, not so much quiet, but they have toys and that in the waiting room, for the children, not against children, but you're sitting there and they're clanging, and it's one of them noises. That really
Gaily.
In drums and everything.
I don't like these computer thingies on the wall.
No,
where you check in and you're pressing your date of birth. Well, you think it's your date of birth, and then it doesn't accept it. And so you just, and then you give up in the end, and then you have to go and queue up in the long queue for the reception desk. And then when you get to the reception desk, they go, would you like to just book in at the, but I can't, because I can't do it.
Yeah. I'm exactly the same, Gail. With those, I never even go there now. I just go straight in the queue to book in. And most people do, because they don't believe the machine has booked them in, even if it has. Everybody sat there waiting, thinking, have they missed their name? Did it work? And it just seems to cause more stress than good. I don't think it saves much time for the receptionist.
Well, it probably saves time for those when if patients can actually handle it simply, then it probably does save time for the practice. They don't have to go back. But for us, it doesn't.
No.
If we
there's also the I don't know what they call it. It's like a strip that comes up with your name on.
Oh yeah. That's what I don't like.
Absolutely useless, because you spend your whole life sitting there in the waiting room watching this strip, not dare to take your eyes off it for if your name comes up.
Yeah.
Oh, we haven't got one of them.
What would you prefer?
Somebody to come and get me.
Yeah.
Right.
Ours have just changed it so that it talks now, as well as flashes up the name. It says, will, blah, 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 go upstairs to the waiting room.
Yeah.
So at least you've got two chances of.
Yeah.
In ours, it just comes over the loudspeaker. Teresa Davis, go to room 6. But then you have the trouble, you never go to the same room. So you're there's all these corridors and you're thinking, and they don't go in sequence. So
really?
That's another
room 7 or room 5. Well, there's 1, and 2's round the corner, and 4's round this corner, and
that's
but you
another
but you have to
reason
find out
for
by
the
trying, do you?
same
Yeah.
GP.
And then
That's
you
another
don't know
reason.
who you're going to see. Some strange
Hang about. God, you lot.
We're all getting excited.
I know.
We should have our
Wendy
card.
Pooh.
That's another reason why you should have the same GP. They nearly all have the same room because they put their little pictures up and all that sort of thing. So it's their room. They feel comfortable. So they forget that we need to feel comfortable as well. And all our GPs come and get you and take you to the room. You never have to find a room. I have trouble finding my way out.
I think ours do that now as well. They never used to, but they do now.
Yeah.
And it gives them some exercise, which is probably a good thing. And it also is good for us.
Yeah.
It starts you off in the right way, actually, because they
I think I'm going to have to go in and say all this, aren't I?
I should take a hammer with you.
You'd be able to show them this film, Dory.
Yeah. And I'll let you know their response because
it's what it's for. It's what it's for.
Yeah.
What about something else to do with waiting rooms? My personal pet hate is having the radio on.
Oh yeah.
I can't stand the radio being on. I mean, whether it's music or whether it's talk, it's usually anodyne, bland, and totally annoying to most people. I mean, to me, I just need quiet to prepare myself to just sit there and have the words, excuse me, in my head.
I wouldn't mind music if that's all you heard in the waiting room, but you don't, because people are talking, children are running round, so it's just all mashes into one. So I just prefer nothing, and I'll cope with the other noise.
And I suppose it being Yorkshire, you were all shouting at each other, like good Yorkshire people. Help, Doc.
Somebody said that to me for the first time since my dad said it to me the other day. I sort of did a double take because my dad was the only person that ever said that to me.
So I remind you of your dad, do you?
Yeah.
Oh dear. Right. Okay.
That's right.
So that's harsh. So when you actually get in to see either a doctor or a nurse, well, what tends to be good and bad then?
They don't look at your notes.
No.
I prefer them to look at me when they're speaking to me instead of just looking at the table.
Yeah.
Table.
Well, desk. Table.
Desk.
Table. Whatever they're working on. Desk. Whatever.
I see. I mean, I find that usually it's, well, always it's the screen. And actually, the doctors are better at looking at me and talking to me than the other staff, who tend to be trying desperately to catch up with why is this person here and what are we doing here? Because I'm being incredibly kind today. I just being nice today, I think. But I know it's surprising.
Yeah, I wasn't going to say it.
I think the nurses and healthcare assistants, they're just rushed off their feet with appointment after appointment, and I think it's difficult for them to familiarise themselves with, let's say, the bare bones of the notes. So they don't. So they don't try because they know it's almost impossible. So you go in and I find that they're looking and scrolling and trying desperately to see what's, it happened to me recently that I went in and the nurse said, so you're here for X. I said, well, no, actually, I'm not here for X. I'm here for Y.
No.
Oh, well, we better do some blood tests. I said, no, we've done the blood tests and the results will be on your computer. And eventually she said, oh, I don't think we needed to see you today, did we? So, yeah, great.
Yeah.
So, and it wasn't her fault that somebody else had put a booking in. And it's just, so annoying.
Yeah.
I went for a routine checkup thing, mammogram thing, the other week, and the nurse was asking me dates of when I'd had operations.
Oh God.
I can't remember dates. Now they have a computer there that if she went into my notes, she would find out all the dates of the operations and other procedures and what have you. And then when I said to her, she said, well, have you got some idea of when it were? And I said, well, the thing is I have dementia, so I find it very difficult to try and remember certain dates unless there's a significance to it. And she said, so who diagnosed you with that?
Go. No.
I.e., you don't sound as if you've got dementia.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So there you go.
Yeah.
We come across all different sorts of things, don't we?
Yeah.
When you think about it.
Because
some good, some bad.
I was going for a colonoscopy and the nurse who was sort of preparing me, she asked me a question and I said, I don't know. I said, I've got dementia. And she said, oh, we all have that, don't we?
Oh, fuck Christ's sake.
But as she said that, the doctor, came in, who was going to do the colonoscopy, and he said, no, Mrs. Davis really has. and she turned around, oh, sorry.
So some people have it but don't have it, and some people do have it.
You see,
but it's not professional, is it?
No, the GPs that are watching this, hopefully, will not believe what we couldn't make up what we're saying.
No.
And they'll find it, lots of it, hard to believe that all this can happen. But it does, and it does so often. It's not just us.
No. And why would we say it if it didn't happen?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
And the thing is, I mean, I think it's I would like anybody watching this film should know that we don't criticize because we want to criticize.
No.
We criticize because we want things to improve. We want to help you improve. It's just that we can't forget these things that happen to us that are unhelpful.
And another thing, George, that what all GPs, nurses, or whoever they are that's watching this needs to remember to speak to the person, us, the person that goes for the appointment, because 9 times out of 10, if hubby comes with me, they don't speak to me. It's like I'm just invisible. There's only hubby in the room, so they will direct everything to him, even though I'm saying, excuse me, I can answer that.
Yeah.
It's as if I'm not there.
It's the other reason why I don't want my daughters. I ask them not to come with me. Yeah. And that's why I take the book for her to write in it, so I can show my daughters, because like your hubby, they're working. They can't just take a day off work just to come to an appointment with you. And it
I'm
just,
quite capable.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it also gives you that self-respect back that you are capable. It's just other people that don't see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like when I spoke to the receptionist this morning, I took my diary in with me, my glasses and a pen. So as I'm talking to her, I put everything down on the top, and she just sort of looked at me. I said, I know this might look a little bit odd, but if you're giving me a date, I have to put everything in the diary. Otherwise, I won't come back. End of.
Yeah. And what did she say?
She just went, I carry a diary too.
Yeah.
That's the other
I
reason
keep
why
losing my keys. I can't remember my children's names either.
What medication are you on? I don't know the names of them.
That's the other reason why I get the GP to write the appointments and what she's done, so that I haven't written it incorrectly, or she puts exactly what she said and the next appointment if I need one. So my daughters are sure then that I've got it right, and I'm sure that it's right.
So has your doctor yet written in your book, Wendy, for God's sake, eat more?
Oh yeah, she's always saying that.
Oh, okay. Right.